Hello, my name is Anthony Martinez,
And I'm Samantha Martinez.
and I'm the president of the North Carolina chapter of HDSA.
And I'm the treasurer of the North Carolina chapter of HDSA.
We are very excited today to welcome you to our kitchen. Today, we're going to make a fantastic recipe. We're going to be making a crab cake with a mango salsa. And the reason I love this recipe is because one, it's incredibly easy. There's only a few ingredients and it doesn't require a lot of prep.
That means I can make it.
Two, this recipe introduces a ton of heart and brain healthy foods. People who are at risk for Huntington's disease or are not would benefit from the omega-3 fatty acids that seafood brings into this recipe. Three, the recipe is incredibly flexible. You can substitute the crab for salmon or tuna fish or any other fish that you prefer, and it can also be served not only as a lunch, but as an appetizer or a side dish for dinner. Finally, this recipe can be adjusted over time as somebody progresses through the stages of Huntington's disease. You can increase or decrease the thickness of the cake by changing the consistency through use of more or less breadcrumbs, making it easy to adjust to a person's ability to swallow.
Let's get to work.
So now for the ingredients. Cherry tomatoes, red onion, and we aren't going to use the whole onion, the juice of 1 lime, some hot sauce, and we're using Frank's, but you can use any kind that you prefer, some Worcestershire sauce, mayonnaise, Dijon mustard, 1 large egg, and salt to taste. And crab meat. Typically we would use jumbo lump crab, which is a bit pricey, but unfortunately they didn't have any at the store today. And panko breadcrumbs.
First, we'll make the salsa. Use a knife you feel comfortable chopping with. First, dice the tomatoes. Next, dice the red onion. We're not going to use the whole red onion, so just a small bit will do. Put this aside with your cherry tomatoes. We'll combine this all in a larger bowl later, but for now, this is fine. Finally, you'll chop the mango. You're going to want to make sure that everything you're chopping is around the same size. Place that in the same bowl with the tomato and the onion. Finally, we'll add our lime juice to the mixture. This addition is twofold. It gives us a nice citrus flavor and also prevents the mango from browning. Transfer all the ingredients to a larger bowl and gently mix it around. Finally, add some salt to taste. Our salsa is done.
In a large bowl, we'll whisk 1 large egg. Then we'll combine the other wet ingredients. First, the mayonnaise, then the Dijon mustard, a few dashes of Worcestershire sauce, and just a dash of hot sauce. Add a little bit of salt and whisk to combine. Next, in a separate mixing bowl, we'll add our crab and our breadcrumbs. Gently stir this to coat the crab with the breadcrumbs, and we'll fold this into our wet mixture. Next, we'll heat up our frying pan. and add a little bit of canola oil. And we're using medium heat, maybe a little bit lower. Next, we'll shape the crab cakes and add them to the hot oil. Be careful when adding and try to direct the crab cakes away from you to prevent you from getting hit with the oil. A little bit of pepper, and we're off to the races. Now we want to keep an eye on the crab cakes because it's very easy to burn them. If the heat is too high, it can definitely get too dark on one side, so keep checking to make sure that you don't overcook them. Now we'll continually reshape them. Oops, just broke that one, but that's fine. Now we're getting pretty close to being done, so we'll get our plates ready. Transfer the cooked crab cake to the center of the plate. Turn off the heat, remove from the burner. Now we can add our mango salsa. Garnish with a few lemon wedges, and we're all done. A fantastic crab cake with mango salsa. Okay, sous chef.
Mmm.